Jared Fryar, CARS Tour winner tonight at Orange County Speedway, and it's been a while. First one crossing the line first since Caraway back in 2022. How's it feel to get back to victory lane?
It feels so special, man. These things, very emotional to win. I feel like, at least for me, not running full time, and to win these races is so tough. Like, everything's got to go right for you, and tonight was a testament of that. We had good tires, good car, good restarts, and things just fell right in order for us to win, and it just feels so good. I'm just so happy for my team, man. They put a lot into it. The guys at the shop really do. I'm not there like I like to be with them, helping them as much. So, this really is for them, and they deserve it just as much as I do, I feel like, or more.
And you don't get to run the tour full time. You haven't the past couple of years. So how hard is it to show up on a part-time basis and compete with these guys?
I feel like with the experience that I got, it makes it a little bit easier. And then with Kendall's experience racing, weekly and being on these tires and seeing trends and stuff really helps me and really saves me. He's really done a really good job with me lately with changes and stuff. Not being at the racetrack all the time. But it's also good too. Like, I really enjoy it. I feel like when we go to the racetrack, we're fully prepared. We're well rested, and just everything's really good. When I ran the tour full time in 20 and 21, it was a grind, man, and we didn't run 15, 17 races like they do now. We'd still run 20 races, but with a tour, they run 15 races, which is a grind. They got to turn around and go to race next week, so it's definitely that's definitely challenging. And for us, we don't have to have that on our shoulders, so it makes it a lot easier. Like I said, we're just prepared, rested, everything's good, and it feels good to do that. I really have enjoyed it, now that I have experience to lean on for these tracks and stuff, so it really helps me out.
It was about halfway when you took the lead, and at that point you just kind of took off. Was there something that clicked with you in the race car? Did you find something?
Well, I think, my car was really good on race trim and practice, and I knew it. I knew if I could qualify up there, I felt like I could run up there, but I didn't know how qualifying was going to go. We had a good qualifying lap, and really didn't mean to pass lane for the lead. I wasn't even trying. I tried there a couple laps and couldn't get it done. So I was content just riding second, just kind of saving it. I felt like I was better than him later in the race, and then the opportunity presented itself there in 3, and I pressed on it and was able to slide by him there. And after that, it's like they tried to slow me down, but when I slowed down, my car didn't drive as good, so I kind of had to keep that pace up, and that pace was more comfortable for me. So the car just kind of come to. Everything just worked out really good. I've had cars qualify good and they don't race like that, and I've had cars that don't qualify good and race like that. So to be, like I said, everything just went perfect tonight. Everything's got to go perfect to win these races, and it did.
There was rain before qualifying, so you guys qualified on a pretty green racetrack, and then there's rubber down from the pros when you race. So how much of an unknown was there going into the race tonight?
Yeah, I was super nervous because, I've only run 5 laps in the CARS Tour prior to this at New River. We got wrecked out there on lap 5, so my points don't look too good, and I was a little worried about making the race. So to be able to qualify, that was huge. At that point, we had what we had. We already went through tech, so it was impounded, and we couldn't do anything. So I knew if the track was similar to how it was in practice, we'd be fine. And luckily it was. Everything, like I said, everything worked out and laid down a good solid lap in qualifying, and raced even better.
Last one for you. You've got a lot of laps around Orange County, and they did a lot of patchwork over the off season. How'd you feel about that? Did you feel like the track raced any different?
I think a little bit. It had a little bit of grip at certain points of the track where we're used to not have that, and it really helped me. But the grip was only 10 foot instead of being 30 foot like I needed it, but it was still good. It still helped. Track. I love this track. I've always loved this racetrack ever since I started racing here, and finally crossed the hurdle last year and won here the Orange Blossom race, and ever since then, obviously fell in love with it, and so it's been really good. It's treated me good. So,
what's up? Michael Massey here, Frontstretch.com. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button.